Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the show that's on in the afternoon. We have a terrific show ahead. We've got the Chowder Queen of St. Augustine. I said it. I know it. And we're going to bless and release it. I'm so excited to have Mary Ellen Masters in studio. And I have a very fabulous co-host today. We've got Michelle Vijgen from Panache. Hey, boo. How are you?
Good morning. You're so kind. Thank you.
I'm excited.
Thanks for having me back. I love being here. I love doing this.
So special. It is very special to have some of your crazy time.
Crazy time. It gets me off the island.
It does.
I've left the island.
Oh, well, good stuff. Well, before we talk to Mary Ellen and her the St. Ambrose Fair, which is coming up 141 years this fair's been going on, we're going to talk about Beaux-Arts Ford Lincoln. Beaux-Arts Ford has kicked off their 75th year in St. Augustine and Northeast Florida. For 3 generations, their team and dealership have grown to meet the needs of this great community. The Beaux-Arts Ford campus is at I-95 and State Road 16, has an incredible inventory from Ford and Lincoln, along with a great selection of pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models in the area. Their state-of-the-art service departments, quick lane for express service, and parts and accessory shops that can take care of all your needs during the time that you own your vehicle. And no visit to Beaux-Arts is complete without a stop at Ford's Garage to enjoy one of their signature burgers, that 904 Now burger. You've got to at least get one to go. From delivery of your new car in your own driveway to mobile service of your fleet of company vehicles or anything in between, the team at Beaux-Arts Ford Lincoln is ready to meet your needs in a way that is designed exclusively for you. Come let their family take care of your family. They're Beaux-Arts Ford Lincoln, and they're driven to inspire.
You do that so well.
We also have the Bailey Group. They are a cherished institution in St. Augustine community for a remarkable 66 years. In the role of president at the Bailey Group, Mark has taken the baton from a trusted local insurance agency and powered it into a nationally renowned force. The Bailey Group isn't just about insurance benefits and financial strategies. It's an embodiment of innovation serving companies and employees nationwide. Their secret? A commitment to personalized service, infusing every interaction with a local touch. That's who we are in St. Augustine. I love that. The Bailey Group has the title of the largest pure employee benefits and consulting firm in North Florida. That's so well deserved. And they're not stopping there. Beyond employee benefits, they bring health, insurance, and financial services to individuals and families across the entire state. We love them so much. They are incredible. They will set you up in the right direction. Give them a call today. Set up your appointment, 904-461-1800. And then, of course, our friends at Mara Med Spa.
I'm too scared to do that with you. Sorry to interrupt the read.
Most days Pete is too. Ready for some serious relaxation and rejuvenation? Look no further than Mara Med Spa. Your ticket to fierce and fabulous. At Mara, they are all about pampering you with a delightful menu of spa treatments and top-notch medical aesthetics. Picture yourself unwinding with a tranquil hydrofacial or enhancing your natural beauty with Botox, dermal fillers, or laser magic. Their friendly experts will craft a personalized plan just for you, as long as their high-tech haven boasts the latest gadgets, ensuring top-tier care and jaw-dropping results. And the best part? Their chill, inviting vibe will leave you floating on cloud 9 for relaxation and rejuvenation. Get on their appointments today. Check out theamaramedspa.com. All right, Michelle, without further ado, we've got the Queen of Chowder. Yay! I'm so excited to talk to Mary Ellen Masters. Mary Ellen, how are you, my love? Great to see you.
Doing well, thank you, and thank you for having me back.
Absolutely. You were such a star last time. We had to have you. This is amazing. So talk to me about the St. Ambrose Fair that's coming up, right?
Okay.
What's the date?
The 141st annual spring fair.
I love that.
The date is March the 10th.
March 10th, okay.
It
It's
begins
going to be a
at
beautiful day.
12 noon. It runs from 12 noon to 4 in the afternoon. And it's a lot of fun. A lot of work, but a lot of fun.
It's a lot of work. Now, Michelle was not a part of this interview last year, so let's get her some education.
Let's recap it.
Yeah, so how many gallons of chowder do you and your team make?
This year it'll be about 185 to 190 gallons.
What?
Can you imagine?
No, I can't.
Yeah.
I was actually driving over here thinking about, I wonder how big the pots are that they make all of this chowder in.
Well, I have 10 15-gallon pots and two 20-gallon pots.
I can't even imagine that.
Now, your husband, right? He made the burners, right?
He did.
That's what my next question was.
Yeah.
How do you even like have a pot that big?
He had to like customize this. So
do
that
you make this outside in like an outside facility, or
we do the prep inside
Right.
the church kitchen.
okay?
The basics,
Right.
the cook down all the vegetables and all, and we put it all together on the cookers outside under a shed.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband did build the cookers in there, 5 burners on each side
Wow.
for 10. Well, we added 2 pots,
Oh,
and so we have to have 2 more burners, of course.
Do you ever have people like move those pots when they're full of chowder, or
They do because
Wow.
We put it all together on Saturday
Uh-huh.
and have everything, all the ingredients
Right.
there, and then we have to cool it down to an acceptable, which it has to be at below 70 degrees.
Okay.
And it's going from boiling to, we have, they're called icicles.
Mm-hmm.
We fill them with water and put them in the freezer. They're great, big, long things, and you put them down in the pot. They're designed for that, to cool.
So why
So
the
why?
liquids?
Yeah. Why are we cooling it?
Does that emulsify the flavor?
No, you have to cool it before you can put it in the cooler.
Okay.
Okay.
So otherwise, yeah, it'll probably
It'll spoil.
Right.
Any tomato based dish that you cook, if you don't keep it stirred and keep the heat coming out, it kind of seals over a little bit.
Oh.
And you can tell that when we're stirring it, because you can stir it up in the heat, you can see the
it
heat come up. And if you have to get it below 70 degrees to put it in
the cooler.
to the cooler to keep it overnight. Well, my son and 2 of my grandsons and one of a friend that helps every year pick those pots up
Wow.
and put them in there.
Wow.
It takes one on each side, and I can't even begin to tell you how heavy they are.
So talk about this recipe, this famous chowder recipe. Do you ever share the recipe with others?
I've written it down, and people have tried it, but they say it never comes out.
Yeah, my grandmother said they can steal your recipe all day, but it'll never be your sauce.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, you always put that Mary Ellen touch to it.
I really don't have a recipe per se.
Okay.
I just
Have an idea in your head of what you do?
I know how much of everything goes into it,
Mm-hmm.
but then the seasoning is actually probably the best part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't measure the seasonings.
Now, who taught you how to do this?
My mother.
God bless. I love that.
How many hands are on deck to get this all started?
Well, with the 12 pots, we have to have one person on every pot stirring, because it's so thick and dense. Even as low as you can turn the fires, the
You gotta
heat,
keep it moving.
it'll stick.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you don't keep it constantly moving,
I feel like you've got to train for this like it's a marathon.
It really, truly is.
I mean,
It's like
stirring a pot
Right.
that big for
And I
a
think
long
you have
period of
shifts
time.
of stirs, right? You stir for a little bit, then you rest. And
we try to, but it doesn't
takes a
always
lot of
work that
volunteers.
way.
Yeah.
And we can't have somebody walk in that's never really done it without some instructions.
Yeah.
Because I'll look over there and there'll be somebody we have stainless steel paddles. They look like oars, boat
Okay.
oars.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody will be over there just, talking and move around. And you have to take it and really, really stir
Right.
or scrape the bottom.
Got
You're
it.
not
Right.
stirring as much as you're scraping the
Scraping.
bottom and keeping it loose.
How many days do you spend chopping?
Well, we'll go in on the Thursday before the
Okay.
fair, and we fry down. We chop up and fry down 45 pounds of salt pork, We use 200 pounds of chopped onions.
All right. Can we envision 200 pounds of chopped onion?
That's a lot of bad breath. Yeah.
Well, I got smart about 10 years ago. Instead of using whole onions and cutting them up, I buy them already chopped and
Nice,
frozen.
smart.
Nice,
Yeah.
very-
Because that saves about 10
Days, of
hours of work and
And
The
tears.
chopping's the
yeah.
hardest part. I think chopping's probably the most cathartic part of cooking. Like there's something very satisfying
Repetitious,
and
yeah.
just, but it's also the longest, hardest part on
It
some
is.
level.
Yeah.
Once it's all chopped, then the easy comes in.
Right.
So tell Michelle how this chowder sells out. I mean, within what?
Well, until we added the extra 30 gallons, it'd sell out in an hour.
Oh goodness! So come early.
Yeah.
Or don't come
but
at all.
last year with the extra,
Yeah.
You made it a little
gallons.
longer.
it kind of tapered off after about an hour, and then throughout the afternoon we did sell it all out.
So are you serving only Menorcan chowder?
That's all I'm serving.
That's all you're
Yeah,
serving.
that's all
Are
she
there
needs to,
other
right?
chowders out there?
No.
Only Menorcan. So I know the answer. You know the answer.
Mm.
And I'm assuming that 99.9% of the listeners know the answer and the viewers. But what makes Menorcan chowder Menorcan chowder?
The daddle peppers
Mm-hmm.
and of course the tomatoes. You know,
Tomato
the
based.
New England chowder is a milk based, and ours is tomato.
And you don't
Yeah.
add a lot of salt to your chowder, right?
I don't until I taste it.
Okay.
Because the clam sometimes and the clam juice
Yeah.
sometimes is salty. And of course, the salt pork adds some salt.
Right. Yeah.
And after it's all put together and I start to season it, I'll taste it. And a lot of times it'll need salt, but sometimes it doesn't.
What if I'm afraid it's too spicy? Like, do you have different options for people?
Oh, yeah, we have wimpy.
I
love that one.
But all Menorcan chowder has to have some daddle pepper in it.
Okay.
It's got to have some heat.
No, not necessarily the heat, but the flavor.
The flavor.
Okay.
Okay.
And I put very little in the wimpy pots,
Okay.
but it has to have some in it. And then we have mild, medium, and Menorcan hot.
Which
Okay.
Menorcan hot
I'm in.
will take your face
I'm
off,
in.
apparently.
I'm in. I love some spicy.
Me too. I
love
do.
it.
I love a kick. Yeah.
I love
love
it.
to get that like
I
little
love-
Whitney Houston sweat.
I love daddle flavor. I love the flavor
I
of
do
that.
too.
Like, I think it's such a great taste. So the
I think
more
it was something that was acquired for me, but I've lived here now for 15, 16 years.
If
and
you've lived here
I
long
love
enough,
it.
you're a
Yeah,
fan
now
of
it's
daddle.
Definitely.
You have to.
You have to have it in your refrigerator
Right.
somewhere.
love growing it, love having it around.
Going back to the base, we use 48 bell peppers, which is like a case or two cases. We put those through the food processor now.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And then I don't know how many, 20 bunches of celery. And then on the prep day, I have my helpers. I use red potatoes and try not to peel them any more than necessary. Just take the eyes out,
Yeah.
and if they have any spots, 250 pounds of potatoes.
That's a lot of
we
potato.
dice and put in pots in water, put them in the cooler, and then on Saturday morning when we get there and start putting it all together, we put the potatoes on. If you put raw potatoes in a tomato base, they never get soft.
They don't, do they?
Interesting.
I never
knew
put
that.
that together until you just said that.
I'm glad
That
you
makes
just taught
sense
me
They
now.
that.
stay firm.
Okay.
So we partially cook them
Okay.
till they're about half done, because they're going to cook for a lot more hours in the chowder. Then we add them to the pots.
That do you also provide like a bowl to people, or do they bring your own bowl? Do people buy?
Oh, no, we have the containers.
Okay.
We sell it in, we have a 12-ounce container, which is what people buy to eat at the time.
Got it.
And then I have quart containers, and people buy the quarts
To take home.
home.
I was gonna
I
say,
see people buy a quart and go sit down and start eating
Start
out of it.
I love that.
I just can't imagine an event that's on its 141st year.
Yeah.
That's incredible to me, and it makes me think about what did it look like 140 years ago.
Oh,
Right.
nothing like it
Nothing
does
like
now,
this,
I'm
right?
sure.
But
Nothing
it
like
still has
this.
that Spanish flair to it, still, right?
Oh, the Menorcan.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, because St. Ambrose Parish was actually Menorcan founded.
Mm-hmm.
The Menorcans lived there and
We have a bit
started
of
it.
fun trivia. You want to bring? Is this the great spot to bring that up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. So your great-grandparents were married, right, in the church?
The first couple.
The first couple married
Not in the church we have now, but they were the first couple in the parish
in the very
that
interesting.
were married.
That's amazing.
Deep history, deep roots.
And then the priest that was there was from France, and he was a carpenter.
Oh.
And he's the one that built he built both churches. He built a church to start with. They started having masses in one of the Solana's barns.
Oh, okay.
That was down the road and around the corner.
Uh-huh.
And then he assessed each parish member so many board feet of lumber, because back in the 1800s, everything was done by hand. There were no power tools or anything like that.
So if you were a member of the parish, you donated
So many board feet of
Okay.
lumber for the construction of the church.
Wow.
And they built the first church, and they outgrew it.
Wow.
And so he built the church that's there now in 1907. The same priest built it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could go in and look at it's just stunning.
I love
And
that.
you think about, they did all that by hand. How in the world could they possibly have done that?
It's really mind-blowing.
Absolutely.
So special.
right?
Like, it's just, I mean, we rush around and yell at the kids, get out the door, get out the door, get out the door. And it takes us 4 minutes to get down the road to church. And,
Right.
you know, these people are building a church by hand. They're probably walking to church on a Sunday morning
Or
a horse buggy.
Buggies, yeah.
And everything was done with fierce intention, or it wasn't done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nothing was particularly easy.
And
I mean,
the
putting a
churches-
festival together then was probably a hard work of a lot of people.
It was, and probably started out as maybe just an event for the people
The
of the parish
congregation,
to have. And at one time we had two. We had one in the fall and one in the spring. But it got to the point where it was so much work, and the same people do all the work.
The same.
And I told
Yeah.
Father, I said, you can choose. I'll either do chowder in the fall or the spring. I'm not doing it both times anymore. It's
lot.
wearing all my helpers out. I have the
Absolutely.
same people every year.
Yeah.
So he chose the spring, and we
Nice.
eliminated the fall. But that was after COVID. We missed 2 years of having any fairs.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
when
we
we
all did,
started
huh?
back, we are just doing the spring fair.
So going back to the spring fair, I mean, there's a lot going on here. Can you, I heard you were explaining to me earlier about the reverse raffle.
We're having a reverse raffle, and it's benefiting our capital building fund.
Okay.
They are only selling 300 tickets at $100 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
And on the day of the fair, they're selling one more ticket, so it'll be 301 tickets. But the ticket on the day of the fair is going to be auctioned off.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that put this together say you get a lot more money on the auction the last day.
It's a good pop, like the last final.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And so after that's done, they start drawing tickets, and the last ticket wins $10,000.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine how awesome is that?
I can't imagine. I know there's a lot of things I would do with that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
The building fund will get $20,000.
Right.
Awesome.
And the people that brought this up have seen these done before, and they say that when it gets down to the last
Oh, I can.
3 or 4 tickets, the people that are still holding the tickets start negotiating about,
no.
I'll give you half if you'll let us each have, we'll use our 2 tickets.
Oh boy.
And there's a lot of stuff going on like that.
Definitely, right.
Some serious negotiation.
Right,
I love
exactly.
it.
Now, the fair is known to have the Red River Band, but this year you've got a new act coming, correct?
And new to us, but they're people around here town know them. They're Money for Nothing is the name of the band.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, they sound just like Red River Band, so they really
Okay.
have that great groove going on. But that's cool. So Money for Nothing will be there. I love that. And then what's Emma's Attic?
It's a garage sale
Okay, so that happens at the fair?
during the fair.
I love that. So
And how do you become involved? Like, is it only parish members that can have something in Emma's Attic, or can other people get involved with
good
that?
question, yeah.
Oh yeah, if anybody wanted to donate items,
Okay.
Fun.
would be great.
I mean, I
Wonderful.
love a good thrifting moment,
Right,
right?
that
It's
sounds
so
like-
fun, yeah.
We are all about repurposing.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Another person's trash is another person's treasure,
Right,
right?
stays out
That's
of the
right.
landfill,
Well, it
stays out of
started
the
out.
trash
We
can.
started out calling it trash and trivia, and the lady Emma that was, she's passed away now, but she was running it, and she said, it's not trash.
It's
treasures.
Not. It's
It's
treasures. So
treasures.
Emma's
So
attic.
treasures and trivia is what it normally. And then now they call it Emma's attic.
Nice.
It
Someone
works in-
evolved into that.
Yeah, it keeps her legend alive.
And then what happens? Does the money that is comes from Emma's attic, does that go back to the capital fund?
No,
No.
the money for all the proceeds from the fair go to the ministries at the St.
Wonderful.
Ambrose.
So it's just the raffle that goes to capital fund, and then the rest of this supports the ministries
Makes sense,
right,
yeah.
through
exactly.
the parish. Wonderful.
Now-
What are some of the? Sorry, I'm
no.
interrupting. Like this is.
Oh no, you're good, Boo.
What are some of the ministries that you have in your parish?
Well, I really can't answer that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Is
there's
it like-
probably a lot.
But you can take a tour, though, right? That's another thing that highlights with the church, right?
Tour of the church.
Yeah.
Yes. But we're very big into supporting St. Gerard House.
That would
For
be a
one
mission of
thing.
one of the. Okay,
Cool.
so you do know.
And then the Right to Life,
There you go.
typical
Yeah.
Catholic.
Absolutely.
Right. Catholic,
Yeah.
Catholic
You know.
ministries. Mhm.
And then, of course, it runs the parish,
Mm-hmm.
pays the expenses to operate the
Right.
parish.
I
It
love
takes a lot of money to run a church.
It absolutely
It really
does.
does.
It takes a whole community.
It does.
to
It truly
rally.
does.
Especially for 141 years, the fair's been going on. You know, that's a lot of people that have been involved, and a lot of people putting out some great energy.
And I think we often forget how much they really do help communities. Churches are a big backbone of
Right.
when someone needs something. The church is
100%.
that place that people often look to. So
Well, back in the day, we used to have political rallies at St. Ambrose, too. We'd have a dinner at night, and that would
Right.
raise money for the parish, too. And we had Go for Stew was our main
Really?
go
main-
first too.
item or food for the fair. And I can
Do we
remember,
want to ask what's in Go First too?
I believe a gopher?
you know what a gopher is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A tortoise?
Yeah.
Not a turtle.
No,
Turtles
it's a
live in
tortoise.
water.
Yeah.
Tortoises live
On
on
land.
land.
Yeah.
And they eat vegetation.
Okay.
But I can remember my dad back in the day would get a bunch of the men would get together and go pull gophers for the fair
Wow.
and bring them in and clean them and cook them. And it was a big thing. I mean, everybody just was crazy about gopher stew.
Yeah.
So when they, of course, made it illegal, we decided to try doing the clam chowder because a lot of the seasonings in the clam chowder
Right.
are like the seasonings we used in the
Gopher
stew. Yeah.
Cool. I mean, this is incredible, and I know this is going to be such a successful fair this year. What are some goals for you as the chowder queen? Like, what are you thinking? Would you like to get over 200 gallons someday?
No.
Oh, love you.
No.
She was quick with that answer.
I didn't want to add the 30 gallons,
Yeah.
but after long thinking about it and so many people being mad that
They didn't get
stood in
chowder.
line
Yeah.
for all that time and
That would
didn't
be
get
frustrating.
any.
So how many total gallons again? Roughly?
185 to 190,
Wow.
something like that.
So
Yeah.
what's a mere 200?
No.
Yeah.
That's a lot more hours.
Isn't it?
But
wow.
it's a little difficult because of the 10 burner stove, and I
Yeah.
need 2 extra burners. Now, my grandson that helps us every year had decided last year that he was going to remodel the burners and add one on each one, but he didn't. He was so busy at his job, he didn't get around to doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, thank you so much what is the date again? I think you said, was it March 10th?
March
10th.
10th.
Got it. Okay.
12 to 4.
12 to 4.
Now, is there a ticket to enter,
No,
or is it okay? No
no.
ticket to enter.
No
Just
ticket to enter. It's
Okay.
free admission.
wonderful.
Okay.
No animals.
Thank you for saying
Okay.
that. Okay. No
Okay.
animals.
Service dogs only.
Of course.
And they
Okay.
have
Okay.
to be service dogs.
Yeah.
That's about it.
love it.
Show up
Come
on time.
early.
Yes.
Come early.
Get
You
in
want
that
chowder?
line. It's going to
And-
be
Yeah.
amazing.
It's in Elton at 60. What is the address? I don't even know. 6070 Church Road,
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Elton, Florida.
And will you have mass that morning?
There will be 2 masses.
So even better,
One at
come
9.
to mass and stay.
There'll be our regular masses are 9 and 11 a.m.
All
on
right.
Sunday mornings. There'll be signs on State Road 207 and 13
Okay.
directing people to the fair.
All right.
So
I love it. Well, Mary Ellen Masters, thank you so much for coming in
Thank
today
you.
and
It was a
highlighting this amazing
joy
moment.
to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm now very hungry for some chowder.
I know,
okay, well,
definitely.
just come get some.
I'm going to.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you. And best of luck. I know you're going to hit it out of the park. It's going to be a very special
I
moment for
hope so. I
everybody.
always worry about making it right.
Oh, it'll be great.
It's going to be perfect.
So good. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I know, isn't that?
Now
she
I'm
really
hungry.
kind of puts it in there for
Usually
you.
not a breakfast person,
I
but
mean,
now
world
I'm like,
famous. People love it.
I'm excited. Let's
Yeah.
go. You wanna
Let's
go?
do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
And you know what else we can do? We can sit back and relax and talk to Old Town Trolley.
Okay, let's do this.
As Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine's history, culture, and old world charm while experiencing unforgettable views of their open-air trolleys. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. A trolley ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, free shuttle service to many area hotels, and free access to the St. Augustine Beach Bus Shuttle Service. Get your hometown pass today. Go to hometownpass.com, and that's the way.
I love the idea of the hometown pass.
It's very smart for locals to have this
I
pass,
love
yeah.
the trolley ride in general. I always
Absolutely.
think it's fun to hop on and learn something new when you get
So
on.
if you have a visitor in town, they buy a ticket at full price, you ride for free. I love
it.
that. That's
I
very,
love it.
very
And I
cool.
think it's a great way to show your guests around town.
Absolutely. And they have that new autism designation, which is very, very special. They take
Wow.
that very seriously. They're one of the first in our area to have this designation. It's amazing.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So like they're certified so that like sensory issues
Right.
or things like that, they're just
Right.
being very sensitive about it. So they know they're training all of their staff. If a family comes in that needs this, they'll be ready for them and knowing the elements ahead.
Wonderful.
Isn't
Well
that
done.
awesome?
I
Yeah.
love that.
Love them over there. They're so great. And we love All American Air. For a fabulous 45 years, All American Air has been the AC hero of St. Augustine and beyond. They're talking St. John's, Flagler, Duval, Putnam counties. They're not just experts, they're the cool cats of warranty and non-warranty service. They have preventative maintenance service agreements, new construction installations, and rocking high efficiency systems. From Lennox Wonders to the ultra-smart iComfort thermostat, they've got all of your HVAC products in sight. Give them a call today. Get on one of those maintenance plans, 904-461-0070. Ooh, and another place that we gotta go. Oh, Bin 39. This is the hidden gem of downtown St. Augustine.
I'm so excited about Ben 39.
So special. So special. I know you got a wonderful tasting
I
on
feel like
Friday.
I had VIP treatment
It
right
was
here
really
in
cool.
the studio.
We had Jeff Dodd sat in the co-host, and he was like, I can't believe I missed that. I need to be here for that.
Kate Batzel was in the salon on yesterday, and she was like, "I'm kind of miffed that I didn't get Friday, and
I
you
didn't
did."
tell her.
Oh, sorry about that. Maybe next time.
Well, they have 85 unique gems in this awesome little courtyard. The journey into the extraordinary. You'll find wines from both small and large producers. Some so rare they can't believe that they sell them by the glass, which is very, very cool. They have that Corvin system that
really
we
cool
talked
system.
about. Yeah.
It's fresh tasting, and no matter
Right.
if it's been open a day or two or a week.
And my favorite is if you don't know how to order wine or you don't know what you're looking for, just walk up and say, I'll have what Irving's having, because
love
they'll set
that.
you up for greatness. We love them over there at Bin 39. Elevate your taste buds. Give them a call, 904-827-5740. Get on one of those tastings. So much fun. Ooh, all right, Boo.
What's next?
We've got horrible horoscopes today.
Tell me that Leo is not involved.
Yeah, Leo's here.
All right, I'm just gonna sit over here like this, plug my
I
ears.
know it's not
Neener,
good
neener,
looking
neener,
good for you
neener,
either.
neener,
Cancer,
neener.
Leo, Virgo, you guys are on deck. Blake, play some music so we can at least smooth this out a little bit for everybody. Oof. All right, everybody, grab your rosary. Here we go. The Cancer, the paranoid crab. Your love life is about to take a dark turn, Cancer. Beware of mysterious creatures lurking in the shadows, ready to criticize your choice of Netflix shows and question your taste in snacks. You might find yourself haunted by the ghost of your expired gym membership. Brace yourself for the guilt trip. Next week, your lucky number is the amount of times you'll check your locked front door. Interesting. Spoiler, it's never enough. Leo.
All right, here we go.
The
Bracing
drama
myself.
queen of darkness. Prepare for a week of theatrics, Leo. In a salon.
It's just par for the course.
Your normally sunny disposition is about to be clouded by ominous shadows.
Oh, goodness.
Beware of unexpected plot twists in your everyday life. You might find yourself facing a coffee shortage or even worse, a low battery on your phone.
If Starbucks was closed, there'd be a mutiny in Panache. I can put that out there
I will
right
tell
now.
you that much, right? Your lucky charm is a flashlight because, let's face it, you'll need to find your way out of this melodrama.
Oh, goodness.
Virgo, the OCD oracle. This week, Virgo, your meticulous planning will be disrupted by supernatural forces beyond your control. Be on the lookout for misplaced car keys, disappearing socks, and the inexplicable shift of furniture in your living room. The stars predict a chaotic alignment in your work life. Brace yourself for a meeting that feels like a horror movie, complete with unexpected jump scares from your boss. Your lucky spell is chanting Control-Alt-Delete whenever things go awry. You might just need to hit the reset button. Yikes.
Unplug. And don't power back on.
Hey, I'll tell you what we can power back on. We have the 65th annual St. Augustine Easter Parade coming up.
You know what? One of my faves.
Easter's early this year.
Super early.
I was so proud. I was the MC of this parade last year. It was so much fun, and everybody put so much effort into it. And it's obviously the royal family puts it on. So in downtown historic St. Augustine, Saturday, March 30th, step off to 9 a.m. The parade route, of course, is along San Marco, the cathedral, and then they go down to Cordova Street north.
Traditional parade route.
Exactly.
The
Traditional parade route. A lot of fun. I know we will be there some way, shape, or form and have a lot of fun.
So early
with that.
Easter means like, will your Easter outfit be warm enough for you to wear, or are you going to have to put a winter coat over your pretty new dress?
Or like an Easter coat or something. Yeah.
I feel like that happens a lot with those early Easters.
Yeah, it's true. It's a very rare thing because usually
Sorry, that's my Easter worry.
Is it like mid?
Is my dress going to be okay, or am I going to have to cover it with a coat?
Right, you never know. Hey,
But your Easter dress was like a big
St.
part.
John's knits.
Yeah.
Just get it. Yeah.
There you go. Big part of Easter was getting your new Easter outfit for the season.
True. That was
It was
a
a
big deal.
big experience. We went
My
to
mom was always worried I was
Dillard's.
going to get it dirty. Don't get it dirty.
Don't get it dirty. The whole lick the thumb, wipe the face.
Yes,
It probably originated on Easter weekend.
I love that. Yeah,
Back in the
totally.
day. Yep.
Come here.
Come here.
Hey, save the date. Billy String's pre-party picking up and dropping off at the Conch House. This is happening with Dewey Via Band aboard the Sabrage. This is happening Saturday, April 20th. I'm telling you this now because you got to get tickets. This
That's
is definitely going to
fancy.
sell out. You won't want to miss the chance to get down and dirty with Dewey Via music aboard Sabrage. This happy hour pre-Billy Strings cruise is sure to get the juices flowing, baby. Details coming soon, but yeah, check out Sabrage St. Augustine and get those tickets.
So a little behind-the-scenes information. When we were picking our date for Love Your Mother 2024, in 2022, we collided dates with Billy Strings.
I remember
that?
this. Yeah.
And it was like dueling events, if you will.
I totally
and it was
remember that.
hard when there were a lot of people that wanted to do both and they couldn't.
Right.
So when we were planning our next date, I might have asked the amphitheater, would this weekend be a good weekend or would this weekend be the
Smart.
better weekend?
Absolutely.
You don't have to tell me anything. Just tell me the right one.
So Love Your Mother is April 27th.
27th.
Yeah.
Strategically placed so we would not coincide with Billy Strings.
Love Your Mother is a really super awesome fashion show in town, and they'll have designers from all walks of life, right?
Right. All over St. Johns County.
Yeah.
And maybe a few out of Jacksonville from salons. But we do epic fashion made out of trash.
I love this.
That's why I love Emma's Attic. I love
Yeah.
the idea, like, let's keep this out of the landfill. Let's repurpose this clothing. Let's get it to somebody else who could use it, wear it, love it.
Because a big part of the world's pollution is fast fashion.
Fast fashion.
Can you imagine?
I
There's
can't-
landfills in India, that are just, you'll see like
Yep.
a lot of them from H&M.
And unfortunately, like a lot of clothes that you put in those yellow bins in the parking lots, they
Right.
never make it anywhere
That's
but
sad.
a
Yeah.
landfill. And yeah, we love the idea of Emma's Attic or any sort of thrifting or repurposing, especially fabric and material. There's still a lot of life in these things.
Now, can people get tickets to Love Your Mother right now?
Yep, you sure can. You can head over to Eventbrite. You can click on getpanache.com and go to the Love Your Mother tab.
Love that.
Follow it on social media. It'll take you to the event as well. But didn't really come here to talk about that. I
I
mean,
think it's
appreciate
important.
that.
I
It's
love that you're
important.
here, and
Yeah.
I mean, they all know that I love that
Yep.
event. I mean,
I mean, he's the host.
MC. Yay!
Yeah, there
I'm
you
so
go.
Excited. And I'm so excited to talk about the world famous Panache. Every guest, every time. Since 1987, Panache opened its doors to be a cut above the rest. Their mission at Panache is to care for their team, guests, and community from scalp to soul and bring the joy to the world one service at a time. Hey, the Panache difference, Michelle, is their chosen, highly trained staff there to exceed your expectations. The same goes for their elegant salon space dedicated to guest comfort and devotion to innovation and artistry. They're focused on making your day continually raising the bar by aligning with Aveda's mission of ethical and sustainable business practices and its high fashion aesthetic. They share Aveda's exceptional standards of quality products, treatments, and guest care, and everything they do reflects the standards of an Aveda salon. Get posh and go to getpanache.com and get with it, boo.
Love it. Thank you. You do that well. Also, I'm going to plug something right here.
Please
we
do.
are aligning with Amara next Thursday.
Right.
We have a Botox party at the salon. You come in. There's a registration link on our social media. You can pop in.
Like a perk.
15% off of Botox or Dysport.
It's amazing.
And then if you pre-book any injections to happen at Amara, there'll be a discount for pre-booking as well.
I love that. That's really, really smart and a great way to save
But
some
it'll
money.
be a nice evening. We'll probably have some light hors d'oeuvres and wine and Prosecco, and you can meet 4 injectors, have a consultation, even if you're not interested necessarily in anything that evening. But yeah, it'll be a nice way to tour our space, meet some of them.
Cool. I
It'll be a
love
fun
that.
night.
Very special. And you know who else is special is the United Way of St. Johns County. They're a champion for our community. Together, they create opportunities, foster education, and improve the lives of those in need. But they can't do it alone. They need you, your passion, your generosity. Together, they can create a brighter future for every individual in St. Johns County. From empowering children to succeed in school to providing vital resources to families in crisis. The United Way of St. Johns County is at the forefront of change by investing in education, health, and financial stability. They're building a stronger, more resilient community for all. Check them out today. We love them. UnitedWay-SJC.org. And with that said, my friend, thank you so much. Yeah, we did it. We did it.
That flew by.
Slam dunk.
That was so much fun. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely. Yes. Check out the St. Ambrose Fair, this 141st annual. Very, very excited. Thank you so much for Mary Ellen for coming into studio. Thank you, Blake, for pushing all the buttons, buddy. I appreciate you.
Great job, Blake.
There.
Thank you.
Yes. And share the show. Let's get this up and out to everybody. I love y'all. See you later.
Have a great day.
Bye, boo.
Bye.